After several years of intense development, the United States has finally revealed its mind-blowing aircraft with capabilities that have blurred the line between reality and fiction. This secret aircraft is unlike anything the world has ever seen before, sparking intense interest and curiosity across the globe. With an exceptional speed that is more than 5 times the speed of sound, lethal armaments that aim with precision and agility that makes it unrivaled, this aircraft is ready to dominate the skies. What are the capabilities of this new aircraft? What exactly makes it special? Join us as we explore the features of the U.S. secret UFO fighter that has shocked the world with its unbeatable speed. To remain at the forefront of technological advancement, the United States Air Force has continuously invested billions of dollars into the creation of aircraft with capabilities that will most likely dominate the skies. These new fighters are so unique that the world is in awe as the U.S. gives a snippet of what's to come. Let's begin with the capabilities of some of the most renowned aircraft that promise to revolutionize the skies, beginning with the sophisticated 6th-generation Airfighter. The plan to develop this new stealth fighter, the United States Air Force's Next-Generation Air Dominance, or NGAD program, began in 2014. With an investment of $16 billion, the NGAD fighter is expected to lead the way in 6th-generation aircraft, excelling in speed, altitude, stealth, and advanced technology. The NGAD program, which was initially inspired by the quick development cycles of 1950s and 1960s fighter jets, has shifted to a more traditional development model due to the complexity of modern aircraft design. Now, to its capabilities, this next-generation fighter can reach speeds of up to 1,800 miles per hour, allowing for quick responses and entry or exit from hostile areas. It can operate at a flight ceiling of 15 miles, where few enemies can reach it, giving it a major advantage. But that's not all about this sophisticated aircraft. Its stealth technology is highly advanced, making it nearly invisible to radar and hard for enemies to track. This allows the NGAD to perform covert operations and strike precisely. The fighter also makes use of advanced artificial intelligence for autonomy and decision-making. It can control a swarm of drones, enhancing its versatility. These drones come in 2 types: reconnaissance drones with precise radars that can cover a large area, and offensive drones with advanced weapons that can quickly neutralize targets. The integration of AI with these drones improves the fighter's awareness and effectiveness in combat. The NGAD is one of many advanced aircraft the USAF is developing. One key feature of the NGAD is its ability to have different versions tailored for specific missions, such as long-range operations in the Indo-Pacific and shorter missions in Europe. These aircraft will use advanced engines from programs like the Adaptive Engine Transition Program and Next Generation Adaptive Propulsion, with engines expected to be ready by 2025. General Brown from the U.S. Air Force revealed that the NGAD will gradually replace the F-22 as new units become available. Originally planned as a single aircraft type, the NGAD now includes several systems, with a core manned fighter complemented by drones and advanced computer systems to improve its effectiveness. The goal is to start deploying these fighters by the 2030s, depending on production rates. To make this possible, technologies from the F-22 are helping with NGAD advancements. In June 2022, the U.S. Air Force approved key technologies for the next phase of development. The prototypes were tested under the AIIX plane program, with 3 different versions evaluated by 2023. Proposals were requested in May 2023, with a partner company expected to be chosen by 2024. This aircraft aims to achieve air dominance by integrating manned and unmanned aircraft with advanced cyber and electronic systems. It represents a major advancement in aerial warfare and signals increased global competition in advanced fighters. The NGAD will have a sophisticated computer system for mission planning and post-flight debriefing, improving pilot efficiency. It will also feature enhanced communication systems for better coordination with other aircraft and ground personnel. The propulsion system will offer high speeds when needed and fuel efficiency during slower operations, making it a significant upgrade over current fighters. Boeing, another aviation powerhouse, has made headlines with its FAXX concept for a 6th-generation fighter. This sleek twin-engine jet featured no tail and a futuristic 2-seat cockpit, designed to be both manned and unmanned. With a weight class around 40,000 pounds, it was a bold step forward in stealth technology. Boeing even considered the Northrop Grumman X-47B, known from the UCAS-D program, as a possible contender. In a later update, the FAX retained its tailless, stealthy design and added canards for improved maneuverability. It incorporated advanced features like diverterless supersonic inlets, similar to those on the F-35, and had limited rear visibility, relying on cutting-edge sensors. As the Department of Defense explored replacing older FA-18 Hornets, the Navy evaluated several paths, including acquiring more F-35s or developing a new aircraft. The FAX was part of this exploration, with an analysis aimed at assessing new aircraft options and advancements in technology. By the time the Navy moved into developing the FAX concept, budget concerns emerged. Speculation arose that the FAX might end up being an enhanced version of existing fighters like the F-35 or Super Hornet. Much of the FAX's details were kept secret under a classified program known as Link Plumeria. Facing financial constraints, the Navy proposed delaying the FAX to prioritize immediate needs. Another aircraft with unbelievable capabilities that would boost the U.S. dominance is the Quarter-Horse. Hermes has just revealed its new high-speed jet-powered Quarter-Horse Mk-1 aircraft, bringing the Atlanta-based startup closer to its goal of creating the world's first reusable hypersonic plane. The unmanned Mk-1 is set to be the first Hermes aircraft to fly and test at Edwards Air Force Base later this year, to show it can safely take off and land at high speeds. Hermes plans to develop two types of hypersonic aircraft, a multi-mission drone called Dark Horse for defense, and a passenger plane named Halcyon that could travel from New York to London in just 90 minutes. This aviation company has launched the Quarter-Horse Mk-1 and plans to pitch the next version, the faster supersonic Mk-2, which is scheduled to be released in 2020, to the Pentagon. The founder and CEO, A.J. Piplica, stated that the new capability would address specific needs and that having it operational a few years before the Dark Horse would be beneficial for the Pentagon. Piplica did not comment on whether the company would propose the Quarter-Horse Mk-2 for the Pentagon's Replicator program, which aims to deploy thousands of unmanned systems, or the Air Force's Collaborative Combat Aircraft program, which seeks to develop autonomous drones. However, Hermes is not among the initial 5 companies participating in the early stages of the Air Force's Collaborative Combat Aircraft project. This aviation company sees the Quarter-Horse Mk-2, which it calls the world's first purpose-built high-Mach drone, as a unique addition compared to current U.S. military drones like the RQ-4 Global Hawk and MQ-9 Reaper, which fly at slower speeds. Interestingly, Hermes isn't alone in exploring high-speed unmanned aircraft. Recently, the startup Enduro introduced a rocket-powered platform designed for air defense, and Stratolaunch plans to test its own recoverable hypersonic vehicle later this year. The company plans to build 4 Quarter-Horse test vehicles as a step toward developing hypersonic aircraft that travel faster than Mach 5. They also aim to produce the Mark III, which its executives claim will exceed the Mach 3.3 speeds of the famous SR-71 spy plane made by Lockheed Martin. At the same time, Hermes is working on the Chimera II propulsion system, which will be tested on the Quarter-Horse Mk-3 and used in mass production for the Dark Horse. According to Piplica, the Chimera II will be based on a Pratt & Whitney F-100 engine, but will feature a ramjet afterburner instead of a traditional afterburner, along with a custom-made pre-cooler and bypass system. The Mk-1 aircraft, which uses a General Electric J85 engine and is controlled remotely, is a subsonic plane. It will undergo various tests including subsystems, ground station, operations, and human factors, before its first flight later this year. Piplica noted that Hermes originally aimed to get a plane in the air by 2023, but decided to do extra testing with the Quarter-Horse Mk-0, which completed remote taxi tests in November. For the Mk-1, Piplica mentioned that the requirements were set in September of the previous year, and that it is being unveiled about 200 days later, noting that this development speed is unusually fast for the country. Next year's Mk-2 aircraft will use the F-100 engine found in the F-15 and F-16, allowing it to fly at supersonic speeds. The engine will be upgraded with a Hermes-built pre-cooler to achieve faster speeds than the F-100 current capabilities. But the full Chimera II engine won't be used until the Mk-3. Piplica mentioned that Hermes could produce about a dozen Mk2 drones annually at its Atlanta facility, but will need to expand if there is strong interest from the Defense Department. In the meantime, the company is working on supply chain partnerships to support Mk2 production if the Pentagon becomes a customer. The Defense Department hasn't officially announced a hypersonic aircraft program, but it has invested in Hermes while it develops the quarter horse. In 2021, the Air Force gave Hermes a 3-year, $60 million contract to build and test 3 quarter-horse aircraft and a reusable hypersonic propulsion system. At that time, Air Force officials suggested that a commercial hypersonic aircraft might be useful for military transport or surveillance. Under a contract signed last November with the Pentagon's Defense Innovation Unit, the quarter horse will be involved in tests for the HyCat initiative, which aims to improve high-speed flight testing. In 2022, RTX's venture capital branch also announced it would invest an undisclosed amount in Hermes. The Defense Department is interested in reusable hypersonic aircraft because they could enable the U.S. military to carry out surveillance and strike missions much more quickly than the current bomber fleet, according to James Weber, the department's principal director for hypersonics, during a recent congressional hearing. However, he noted that there is still a lot of work needed in science and technology to develop the materials and structures needed for these reusable hypersonic aircraft. While Hermes claims that the quarter horse exceeds the capabilities of the renowned SR-71, the question remains which is more advanced and lethal between the quarter horse and the successor of the SR-71. This brings us to the son of Blackbird. The U.S. Air Force is presently working hard to develop the SR-72, which they've called the son of Blackbird. This aircraft has gained almost legendary status since it was first shown in the 2022 film Top Gun: Maverick, where a fictional version called Dark Star appeared. If successful, the SR-72 will be a hypersonic surveillance plane that combines unmatched speed and stealth. The SR-72 was first mentioned in 2007 when it was reported that Lockheed Martin was developing a new, super-fast aircraft to replace the retired SR-71. The SR-72 was said to be able to exceed Mach 6, which is over 6,000 to 400 kilometers per hour, making it twice as fast as the SR-71. While it was designed for the U.S. Air Force, no official details were released, though some concept art and information leaked over time. Initially, the Air Force did not confirm whether Lockheed Martin had discussed the SR-72 with them. In 2012, reports suggested that the U.S. had decided not to fund the SR-72 program, leaving it unclear whether the Air Force had approved the development of a prototype. However, Lockheed Martin has since confirmed that they are working on the SR-72, and a prototype may be in the works. Brad Leland, the hypersonics program manager at Lockheed Martin, has led the project and provided updates on its progress. He revealed that this advanced hypersonic aircraft will use a turbine-based combined cycle propulsion system, which combines a turbojet for slower speeds with a powerful ramjet or scramjet for hypersonic speeds. The aircraft is designed to have a smaller radar profile, making it more stealthy. The Air Force wanted a new reconnaissance aircraft with advanced long-range surveillance capabilities. While the SR-72 Blackbird was known for its speed, the SR-72 is expected to have much better stealth features. Improvements in anti-aircraft technology, like faster missiles and improved radar, have reduced the SR-70's advantages. The Air Force believes there is a strong need for a faster reconnaissance aircraft, potentially exceeding Mach 6, that also uses stealth. If it reaches Mach 6, or over 4,000 miles per hour, it would greatly improve intelligence gathering and reduce the risk of being shot down, as most aircraft can't catch something moving that fast. However, the SR-72 offers more than just reconnaissance, which sets it apart from the SR-71. The Air Force is thinking about equipping the SR-72 with weapons, making it a high-speed strike aircraft. This new plan for the SR-72 is different from the SR-71, as it could be used for quick strikes in urgent missions or long-range counterterrorism operations. If a conflict arises and traditional U.S. military forces are limited in the Indo-Pacific region, a group of SR-72s could be very valuable until China's advanced defense systems can be overcome. In today's world, American deterrence is largely ineffective. Rebuilding it will be challenging with multiple strong competitors. However, it's possible by creating fear among America's rivals. This fear would come from the idea that the U.S. could strike from anywhere at any time, delivering powerful payloads to unexpected targets. The threat would also include delivery systems that could be deep in enemy territory and vanish before being detected, making detection pointless. This aircraft is far more advanced and necessary for the Air Force than the proposed next-generation air dominance warplane. By pushing the limits of aeronautical engineering, the Air Force will gain significant benefits and innovation in the future. The aircraft is not just another reconnaissance plane or a waste of resources. It is a fast attack aircraft capable of entering restricted airspace and changing the nature of the battlefield. It will help restore some of the deterrence the U.S. has lost over the past 20 years. This aircraft is essential for the Air Force. Aside from aircraft, the United States is also investing in a lethal bomber that would work alongside the legendary B-52 Stratofortress, the B-21. With a massive investment of $630 million, 7 years of dedicated work, and over 25 years of dominance, the U.S. strategic bomber has become a formidable force. The B-21 Raider stands out with its unique features, making it unmatched in comparison to other bombers like China's new Jian H-20. Let's dive into the details. The B-21 Raider is a new bomber developed for the U.S. Air Force under the Long-Range Strike Bomber program. Its goal is to replace older bombers with a next-generation aircraft that can fly long distances, stay hidden with stealth technology, and carry various types of weapons, including powerful ones like nuclear bombs. In terms of avionics, the B-21 will have advanced systems including multifunctional radar, digital navigation combining radar and GPS, and sophisticated sensors. Communication is a priority, with systems for coordinating with other aircraft and ground forces, as well as danger avoidance features to protect the crew and aircraft. The B-21 is expected to carry over 30,000 pounds of weapons, including nuclear bombs, long-range missiles, and conventional bombs, making it suitable for various combat scenarios. However, specific details about its range, weaponry, and size remain classified. Photos of the B-21 were released in December 2022, giving some insights but leaving many details speculative. The B-21 will be based at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma, with testing at Edwards Air Force Base in California. It will operate from several bases, including Dyess, Ellsworth, and Whiteman Air Force bases, with Ellsworth being the first base. There were discussions about using a drone with the B-21, but the idea was dropped to save costs. The Air Force also plans to acquire a new fighter jet to protect the B-21 on missions. As the world's first sixth-generation bomber, the Raider represents a major leap in aircraft technology, similar to the sixth-generation NGAD fighter still in development. The program started in 2011, sparking fierce competition among aerospace giants Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman. After 4 years of competition, Northrop Grumman won the contract due to its experience with stealth bombers and a cost-effective proposal. Cost was a crucial factor, especially given the high expenses of the B-2 bomber. The B-21 Raider aims to be more affordable, costing about 68% less than the B-2 while offering advanced capabilities. To keep costs down, Northrop Grumman collaborated with around 400 suppliers across 40 states, including top companies like Pratt & Whitney, BAE Systems, Spirit AeroSystems, Orbital ATK, Rockwell Collins, GKN Aerospace, and Janicki Industries. Together, these companies have developed the Raider, a bomber that, despite benefiting from decades of technological advances, remains a powerful and cost-effective military aircraft. The Air Force plans to acquire at least 100 B-21 Raiders, with the possibility of up to 145 if the bomber performs well in tests. Once operational, the B-21 will initially work alongside other bombers like the B-52, B-1, and B-2. Eventually, it will replace these older models, marking a shift in the bomber fleet. The B-21 Raider aims to showcase U.S. military power globally, with capabilities comparable to modern naval ships and advanced nuclear weapons. The goal is to modernize the bomber fleet and nuclear weapons for operations in the Indo-Pacific, especially in response to China's activities. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.